Welcome back to the final part of Echo Knight 2, the Lord of Nightmares. Right now, we're dealing with Albert, who is the Lord of Shooting. He's, like, right there. We're, like, hiding behind this little, banister right here as he's trying to shoot me. Alright, so why are we starting right here? Well, we've gotten two endings so far. We've gotten the normal ending. And we've gotten the true ending, but there are actually two more endings that we can get. Now, the main one I want to look at, that we will be looking at, is the one is the bad ending, if you have no balls at all. But before we do that, there is an alternate version of the regular ending. And I'm going to go over how I think you get this. I'm not positive, but I have been able to reproduce this, so I think this might be the requirements. 1. You have to be on track to get the normal ending, which means getting at least one ball, but not all balls. 2. You do not pull the lever on the second floor of the clock tower, which would stop these gears. You see how these gears are moving? Well, on the floor below us, there is a lever that you can pull to stop them moving, and it makes it easier to cross these if it's stopped. I think you have to not do that, because that means that Albert's elevator no longer works. So these gears have to be going. So I said those two requirements. Oh yes, the third one, you have to wait here. I don't know how long, but it's at least 5 minutes. That's why we're crouched here, and Albert's shooting at us. I've left the game running for, I guess, like around a half an hour by this point here. But I've tried waiting here for 5 minutes, and it worked. So, yeah, I don't know why this ending is so finicky, but it is. The idea here is that we're racing Albert to the top of the clock tower, and he's going to win this time. He's going to beat us to the top. Hopefully. The only thing I'm concerned about is that these gears are turning, and I'm going to try to run across them to get to the ladder over... Well, it's over... Hold on. That ladder over there. And I can fall off, as I have discovered, we can fall off these and land down on the first floor, which will kill me. I'd rather that not happened. So, hopefully it doesn't. We're gonna make a break to get to that ladder and go up. If we succeed, Albert will beat us to the top, and we will see what happens when he does that. Alright, let's prepare. Let's wait for him to shoot. He shot gun. Let me go. Here we go. Ah! I fell. I was trying so hard not to fall. Well, okay, now you saw that. Now you saw that. So you can fall off the clock tower. You've seen the death scene. This is not new for you. Bloodstains in the library. All right. I guess we're just going to have to set that back up again. Hold on, is there something... Oh, there might be something wrong with the color space here. Right. Yeah, that doesn't look right there. That looks blown out. Hold on a second. Yeah, that looks better. That looks better. All right. I don't really mind getting back to that. We have to wait there for 5 minutes. Is the thing. I don't know why they have you do that. Like this actually kind of makes it the hardest ending to get because of how specific this is. Hold on. The save file I'm using right now actually has no balls, and I think you can't get this ending if you have no balls. So I'm going to go get one ball quickly. Give me a sec to find this ball. There we go. Where should I go? Fortunately, there is a very easy to get ball. A convenient ball. That being the fisherman. You just use... If you need a ball real quick, just go to the ruins. The fisherman is standing right there. This is the end of the game, so he's caught his fish, and we can get his ball. Hello, sir. It's a big one. Now, I don't know for certain if I have to do that, but I feel like I wasn't getting the ending with no balls. I'm also unsure if you can get it with all balls either. What I can say that is I have been able to reproduce getting this ending this way. So that's good enough for me. Like, we have to see all the endings. I should mention, I've done this a bunch of times at this point. Doing this part to retry it, to see, as I was trying to work out, what do you have to do to get him for him to beat you there? You'd think it wouldn't be hard because he's trying to get to the top, and you would have to put an effort to actually beat him there. No, you have to it's the opposite. You have to put an effort to not get to the top first. I wasn't sure where you had to wait. I'm pretty sure it does have to be on that third floor. It doesn't seem like waiting anywhere else does the job. You can't skip any of this. I like how when we stand on this, he just gives up and goes into the elevator. He's like, yeah, okay, fine. Let's go. I mean, he could be taking shots at me from there. He's not. So, recap of what's going on in the clock tower if you've forgotten. Albert has arrived at the clock tower as the moon has turned blood red because it is now finally time to use his soulstone knife to kill Christina, the final sacrifice, which will save Jessica. Jessica will live because Christina is sacrificed. We are here to stop Albert from doing that, so we are racing him to the top of the clock tower where Christina is. Okay, so the first time I went through this, here's this lever. If I pull that lever, the gears stop, and that makes it easier, but I think I have to not do that. I think I have to keep them going so Albert can make it to the top. Now, when we got to the top in the previous endings, we get to Christina first, and then Albert comes in the room after us. All right, hold on. It is 7:23 p.m. right now. So, if Albert gets to the top of the tower first and we go in after him, how would that change things? What'll happen if he makes it there? Now, as far as where is a safe space in this room, it's kind of hard to find any, because there are these columns on these gears, but the gears are turning. So you can't really use that as cover. I'm looking at the other ladder over there, and I don't know if you could get cover there because he would be standing above you, shooting down. So I don't know if that would work. Going over there would be no reason to go to the other ladder over there. That just goes down to the previous floor. So, if we have to wait a few minutes, it seems that this area right here seems to be the safest place because he can't shoot me here. This might be the only place in the room that he can't when the gears are turning. I just need to... So, what happened was, as I was going on that gear, crossing to there, I must have fell down right there. So, I gotta make sure I cross right there where the gears meet. And I should take my time. If he shoots me, it's fine. I do have one healing item, I think. So I have to cross the gear right there, and then there's another crossing right there. And then I get to the ladder. No need to rush, but you know, it's a little anxious. It's a little anxious to do this because you do have to wait again if you blow it. I don't know if we went down to the previous floor. I don't know if that counts towards the waiting time. It's unclear. A lot of this is unclear. And I know that if we move up to the next floor, then the waiting's over. You have to wait before you climb that ladder. I feel like the result of this is that barely anyone would see this particular ending. Which is odd, because you would think that it's the best ending is the one that would be the rarest. Not this. This is just going to be an alternate version of the normal ending. But, I mean, it is different. I also don't know if it actually is 5 minutes. Maybe it's less. But there's no timer. You don't see anything. Oh, and he doesn't leave. He's going to stay there the whole time, so I don't think there's any signal or anything that tells you that you've made it, that enough time has passed by. I don't think there's anything that indicates it. So it's a little odd. It's just a little strange. It's a little strange. Because there would be no reason to wait this long. You have to deliberately do this. You would have to deliberately let him win. No one's going to do this accidentally. Unless maybe the time limit is a lot less than I think it is. Like, what if the time limit was only like a minute? It's always possible. Anyway. Maybe we've waited long enough. We're gonna stand up. We're gonna start moving. On this. Oh, got shot. Hold on. And there we go. All right. Did we do it? Did we wait long enough? We did. There he is. He made it to the top before us. All right. We did it. Now, he made it to the top before us. What happens when we come in second? Christina, I'm coming! I just had to hang out for a few minutes. You understand?
すでに時は過ぎた。すべては終わったんだ。何もかも。ジェシカ。
I woke. I found myself on a hospital bed. The doctors told me that an anonymous woman brought me there. But that woman didn't remember anything about what happened. She had lost her memory. Sometime after that, I married her. We've shared so many pleasant days together. Who shot Albert? The truth remains obscured by a dark fog in my mind. And my wife couldn't remember anything about what happened either. Still, I think it's better that way. I just don't want to lose her. She's my Christina. Well, no ominous twins this time. Okay. So, we found both Christina and Jessica on the floor, apparently dead. What happened? We don't know. But, Albert tried to kill us, but then was shot dead. Who? I don't know. He said Jessica why, but we could see Jessica. It didn't seem like she was moving. It didn't seem like her or Christina were moving. But were they dead? Well, okay, so the red soul stone was glowing. So if Albert succeeded in killing Christina with the knife, that means the ritual would have been completed, and Jessica should have survived. And if that's the case, then maybe the woman that brought us to the hospital and that we married was Jessica. But maybe Jessica doesn't know that because she lost her memory. Even though we call her Christina, maybe the woman we actually marry in this ending was Jessica. So maybe it's an inversion of the regular ending. Where in the regular ending, Jessica dies, Christina survives, we marry her and have twins. Maybe in this ending, we end up with the other sister? Possibly. But then again, neither woman was moving at the end. So who shot Albert? Well, maybe it was Mysterious Woman, which then brings up the idea, hey, maybe that woman at the end that we marry, maybe that's Mysterious Woman. Maybe Mysterious Woman decided that she was bored and that she would give the domestic life a try. You know, sure, why not? You know, she's clearly lived a very long life, full of experiences. Look at this handsome dumbass on the floor right here. Maybe I'll shack up with him for a while and see how it goes. Maybe? Possibly. Maybe she grew her hair out a little and then tied it in a braid. And granted, for a PlayStation 1 game, these polygonal models look good, but it is a PlayStation 1 game, so they are low detailed. The detail is low enough that it could have been Mysterious Woman. It's hard to tell if they were supposed to look different, aside from the hair. Anyway, C+, novice. I guess because I didn't save people. Still, fast clear time. So, that is the... You know, the ending screens don't actually tell you the names of these endings. But that was, like I said, what appears to be a reversed normal ending where Albert beats us to the top of the clock tower. But that's only one ending that we're looking at right now. There's a second ending, the last ending that we're going to be looking at. in Echo Knight 2, The Lord of Nightmares, and it's the one that I was more interested in. The bad ending, what happens if you get no balls? Now, I was curious about this because I thought you would probably need to save some ghosts to get through the game. Turns out, the only ghosts you actually have to save are two of the angry ones. The girl with the dog and the chief of the research facility. You do have to calm them down. But you don't have to help out any other ghost in the game, which surprised me. And there is a way to get through the game without doing that. And that's why we're not going to just look at the ending, but we're going to take a look at some clips, as I did play through the game getting no balls. And we're going to take a look at some clips, and you can just see how it goes. Let's have a look. Here we go. So what's happening here? Okay, the first thing. Do you remember the ghost at the beginning? The child who wanted to feed his fish? He can't open it. That cabinet's locked. Well, normally, we would have to get him the key to open it so he could get the fish food to feed his fish. Is there some way of progressing without helping this child? Turns out, yes. We're in the past now. All right, there's the fish food. But hold on. I'm a big boy. I'm an adult. I'm capable of feeding a fish myself. I will use the fish food. He doesn't like that. Well, tough. Still doesn't like that. Look, this fish is big and clearly needs more food. I know what I'm doing. Nope. I'm giving this fish a treat, a banquet, a buffet for the fish. I think he still looks hungry to me. I know about these things. I'd used all the fish food. Yep, it's all gone. Alright, we'll put it back in the cabinet. And then he gives me the key to lock that up. Let's close it. Let's lock it. And now we go back to the present with the key. Sure is.
そこに小さな庭があるわ。あの子を殺した奴はそこにいるはずよ。せいぜい気をつけなさい。
So, it should be clear at this point that this run is all about being a huge asshole. I mean, they're only ghosts, right? And we got the key, which means we can progress. And the child... And we leave him there. Alright, next up. Remember the woman playing the piano, or trying to? So I did this the first time I played this section, and then realized that because I did it, I was not able to save her or the bartender. So I redid it. But you can just keep playing the game after doing this. Instead of helping her learn to play the music, you take the sheet music and go give it to the bartender. Right here.
これは、そうだ。この楽譜だった。彼女が弾いてくれるはずだった曲。
Yeah, she was supposed to play it.
ありがとう。
I mean, granted, there are missing notes. I don't know why you gave her a composition that had missing notes on it. That doesn't even make sense. And stop hogging the pepper.
"彼らは苦しんでるわ。果たせなかった過去の思いにとらわれて。でもその男もあの女ももうどこにも行けない。どうせもう死んでしまっている。そう言いたいの。それが彼らの運命。あなたは恋人を助けに来たようだけど。つまらない人ね。
She says we're a boring fellow. I guess because this was the same choice that Albert made, to not care about anyone except himself and his wife. Everyone else, you know, they don't matter. Only I matter. Only my girlfriend matters. Now, I didn't talk to the chef beforehand, so I got to go talk to him to know that he wants the pepper. Then I'll go back to the bartender to get that pepper. But, yeah, it seems that mysterious woman thinks we're much more interesting when we try to help the ghosts, because I guess no one does that. No one actually, takes the time to try to help them out. Everyone only thinks about themselves. Everyone's in it for themselves.
ないなあ。よりによってこんな時に。おや? いいところへ来た。
So this chef ghost, he's standing in front of the door that leads to the courtyard. So to progress to the next section, we have to get him out of the way.
仕上げの胡椒が見当たらないんだ。旦那様の大切な客人を待たせるわけにはいかないのに。確かここに置いたはずなんだが。バーの方か?
Yeah, that Mark always taking the pepper.
いつも勝手に持ち出すからな。
And his stew is over here. All right, let's go get that pepper. Oh, something that was pointed out to me. Only the angry ghosts in the mansion, well, in the game, were killed by Albert. And apparently the angry ghosts then killed everyone else. So the regular ghosts were killed by the angry ghosts. So I thought Albert killed everyone. No. I guess he only killed 3 people. Dog Girl, the research chief, and the maid,
胡椒
the angry ghosts. And then those ghosts proceeded to kill everyone else. I don't know why those three in particular. I don't know if anything was specified as to why it had to be those three. Here's the pepper grinder.
楽譜のお礼だ。持って行ってくれ。
All right. Now, when we play through the game, we gave the pepper grinder to the chef. And that's the way you help him out and get his ball. But hey, I'm an adult. What if I wanted to try to be a chef? I can do that. How hard could that be? I'm not messing with it. I'm improving it. We need spice. It needs a bit more, though. Sure did. And I'm making good use of it.
Ah! なんてことをしてくれたんだ。これではせっかくの料理が台無しだ。
And now he got out of the way to forever mourn his ruined stew. But he's out of the way, so we can go through this door and keep progressing through the game. And that's what's important. Not helping anyone, but still being able to progress. Next up, remember the secretary? We have her sister's bloody pen.
え？ペン？これは姉さんの。まさか姉さんの身に何か。
So, by getting her out of the way, we do two things. One, we're able to get the key that's in her desk. But also, when she does this, it unlocks the Tower of Grief on our list of destinations on the boat. So we can now go to the Tower of Grief without doing anything else here at the research facility. Now, because the secretary left, it means we would be locked out of saving her or saving the researchers, because it's all connected. But if you want to just get her out of the way, just do it like that. Just show her the pen and says, hey, here's your sister's pen. It's covered with blood. And she says, oh no, sis, I got to check on her. And we were told not to give her that. We were told not to give it to her. They told us not to do that, but we do it anyway. So, instead of helping anyone, we help no one. And also, if you're wondering, this is where the secretary goes if you do that. She hangs out at the entrance to the Tower of Grief. Forever, I guess. Can't do anything to help. Next, do you remember Violin Ghost? We repaired his violin. What if we don't repair it? What if we just give him the broken violin and do nothing?
これは私のバイオリン。こんなにも古くなって。すべてはもう過ぎ去ったことか。
So now, confronted with his age and that he wasted his life, it's too late to do anything that he ever wanted to do now. It's all over. He does something kind of strange, and that is he opens up the door to the next area. So there are a few different ghosts in this area of the house, and previously we did have to help them all to move on to the next section. But we can skip all that. We just give this guy his broken violin, and then he just opens up the door to the next wing of the house. So the baby, the nanny, the painter, don't have to help any of them. We're out of here. Yeah, he opens up the unicorn door. That lets us enter the next hallway. Now, there are a bunch of ghosts in this next section of the game. How do we avoid helping them? There's a lot, like the poker players and the women in the dancing room. Well, you remember this kid who wants his candle? He really wants that candle. We take the candle, and we leave.
ろうそく返してくれませんか？僕が持っていかないと。
Nope! So do you remember that next to this room, there's a room called the housewife's room? And in that room, there is a candlestick. And I thought that was strange, because lighting a candle in that candlestick didn't seem to do anything, didn't reveal anything. Why is there a candlestick there? I think the entire reason there's a candlestick there is for the purpose of using this kid's candle. So we're going to go to the candlestick. Going to try to do it quickly because a ghost is coming. Light the candle. All right, there's the ghost. That's the maid ghost. We avoid her. And now we're going to go back to tell that kid that we wasted his candle.
ろうそく使っちゃったんですか？どうしよう。また叱られる。
And then we leave.
ひどい人ね。あなた、あの男と同じ。自分の目的のためには手段を選ばない人。あの男に会うための道を開けておいたわ。あとは好きにしなさい。
So Mysterious Woman is just disgusted with us by this point. She says, look, you know, I'm just gonna open up the stairs to the rooftop. Don't even bother with any of the other ghosts. Just take the stairs and go talk to Albert. Just get out of here. And so we do. Now, finally, here's the clock tower. What happens when we reach the end of the game? After doing all this and being an asshole to ghosts, what ending do we get?
邪魔をするなら死んでもらうしかない。リ
チャー
ド。バカな。そんなバカな。ここまで来て彼女が死んでしまってはジェシカはそんなはずが。私は何のために。
まだ生きている。でも彼女はもう助からないわ。あなたにはもう他に道はないのよ。
And so that is the bad ending of Echo Knight 2. The bad ending is all about basically making the same choices that Albert made. You become another Albert. And, well, Albert would have won. However, Christina decided to sacrifice herself to protect us, used herself as a human shield, and Albert was like, oh no. Oh, I did all this for nothing. How could this happen? And then when the weight of that he killed all these people for nothing dawned on him, he then shot himself. But Christina was dying. We had to do something about it, and Mysterious Woman pointed out that we now have the same choice that Albert made. We want to save Christina. Only one thing to do. So we ended up sacrificing Jessica to save Christina. So this ends kind of the same. Well, the results are kind of the same as the normal ending, in that we're alive, Christina is alive, but Albert and Jessica are dead. It's kind of the same results, but how we get there is very different. Also, kind of a difficult ending to get, I think. Some of these things, not difficult, like some of the things you have to do, like the thing with the music and the bartender, I think are not difficult to figure out how to do. But there are some things here that would not have occurred to me. There's some things that would not have occurred. Like, for example, the kid with the candle, leaving the room with the candle, then specifically burning the candle and going back to tell the kid that we burned his candle. Honestly, I would not have thought of that. That's not something that would have occurred to me to do. So maybe, I figure that maybe that's something you might just come across accidentally. Maybe you take the candle, and you don't give it to the kid, and then maybe you just happen to use it as you're playing through the level, but it's not like deliberate. You're just using candles when you find candlesticks, and then maybe you eventually talk to the kid again and realize that you... Anyway, I figure that it's not... that would be kind of difficult to figure to do deliberately, I think. I'm going to take this kid's candle. He's very sad about it. Now I'm going to specifically waste the candle and go back to talk to him to let him know. But, yeah, when you do that, that means that you can skip all those other ghosts in that area. All the other ghosts. There are quite a few. You also don't have to calm down the angry maid ghost. You can just skip her. But yeah, that is the fourth and final ending of Echo Knight 2, The Lord of Nightmares. A very, very poetic, dramatic ending as we came to this mansion to stop Albert, that murderous Albert. He is so evil. Gotta stop him from doing what he's doing. Only for... Oh no, hold on. We're the Albert. We became the monster that we were fighting. We were Albert the whole time. Maybe Albert lives in all of us. We all have the potential to become an Albert. There are man, I was trying to think of there's two Alberts fighting inside of me joke, but the words were not coming. The words were not coming. I mean, maybe a more appropriate joke would be something like, I have to stop the Alberts. No, Robert, you're the Albert. And then Robert was an Albert. Or was it Richard? His name's Richard, right? I keep forgetting what the name of our character is. Was it Robert? I don't know. I don't remember his name. We are such a non-character in this game. We can look at the pause screen to see what our name is, but both in Echo Knight 1 and 2, we're such a non-character that I don't remember the name. The only thing I do remember is when Christina yells our name, which is why I'm trying to remember what it was she yelled. I think it was Richardo, something like that. I think it was. But yes, we became the Albert. And I guess that means that mysterious woman doesn't get to rest in peace, because remember, her whole thing is that she is trying to see what decisions people make when they're put into the same situation that she and her sister were all those many, many, many years ago. And I guess everyone always makes the selfish choice. And she's very bored of that. She wants someone to make the selfless choice. She wants someone to save all the ghosts and refuse to sacrifice. And, well, we saw what happens in the good ending when that happens. Mysterious woman takes the knife and throws it right at Satan. And then the soul stone turns into a big red energy ball, and the clock tower gets pulled to heaven. In any case, that would be that. This, I guess, is the end of our time with Echo Knight 2: The Lord of Nightmares. I had a good time with it. I think I enjoyed Echo Knight 1 more, maybe just because this is very much more of that. So Echo Knight 1 seemed more novel. And like with this game, we've seen this kind of thing before. So I think that overall I did enjoy Echo Knight 1 a bit more, but I still like my time with Echo Knight 2, The Lord of Nightmares. This was the one that did not get released in the US. I don't know if there's an official reason for that, but looking at the date there, 1999 from Software, and considering how long it would take to localize a game for the US, you're probably taking a look at least a year. I'm kind of wondering if maybe the US publisher didn't want to bother with it since the PS2 would have been coming out and was the new hotness. I don't know if that's the reason. I can imagine that being the reason, though, because everyone wanted to be on that PS2. What are we doing? Localizing the PS1 game? That's not what anyone's interested in right now. I can only assume maybe that might be a reason. But this was the one that was not released here, which is a shame because I think the game is quite good, and I'm just glad that it was fan subbed. Took quite some time for there to be a fan sub. What did I say at the beginning of the playthrough? That the fan sub was released in 2017. So game was not available in English for a long time. But I'm glad that it's available. I'm glad that you can play it in English now. I think it's worthwhile to play, and I had a good time with it. I hope you had a good time with Echo Knight 2: The Lord of Nightmares. I still think the subtitle is funny because that's a very dramatic subtitle, and it's not a scary game. Nor are there nightmares. Nor is there a Lord of Nightmares. But that is what we're calling the game. I hope you had a good time with it. There is a third game in the series, the final one, the one for the PS2. But that is another story for another time. For right now, we're ending our story with the second game. From Software's Echo Knight 2, The Lord of Nightmares.